Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another vlog and meal prep video. It is early Saturday morning and I am heading off to an in-person Weight Watchers meeting. I had mentioned in the last video that I wanted to try to get my lifetime membership with Weight Watchers because I have basically been on and off Weight Watchers my entire life since I was probably 18 years old or so, I think is when I went to my first meeting. So anyway, that is what we are doing today. We are going to go to a meeting. Here they only have 2 meetings a week. One is on Thursdays at lunch and then early on Saturday mornings at 7:45. So this will be my first one. I'm a little nervous. I don't know exactly where to go. It's at a gym here locally. I'm going to go and just do a quick weigh-in. I will stay for the meeting. I don't know if I will stay for the meeting every week. I don't know if... Okay, sorry about that sign. It is literally behind me, as you can see. But I am going to go to the first meeting, like I said, and I'm pretty much at my goal weight. I could probably still lose a few pounds. I don't know if I will have to try to lose a few pounds before trying to go into the maintenance mode. I'm fine to stay where I'm at, but since I just switched from the online to the in-person, we'll see how that works. I'll talk about it after the meeting, hopefully. It might be whenever I get home because my battery is not full. I literally had to run back in the house and grab my camera, and I thought, I don't know if my battery's gonna last, but I'm gonna go to the meeting and then I may run in Target real quick. The kids are coming over today for basically Father's Day, even though it's Saturday, but they're coming to swim because it is finally a beautiful hot sunny day, and they actually came and swam yesterday while I was at work. They're coming back today to have lunch. I guess we're just gonna grill out burgers and stuff, hang out at the pool, so it'll kind of be Charlie's Father's Day celebration. Yeah, so that is what is on the agenda for today. I've not completed my grocery order yet. I still have to pick out my meals. I have picked out one meal that I'm going to try if my glass meal prep containers come today. And I say that because I had ordered some. I've seen a bunch of recipes where people are literally cooking their meal prep in the glass containers, like the individual containers. And so I thought that is a neat idea. And then we won't have any mess to clean up other than the meal prep container itself. I won't have to portion things out, yada, yada, yada. You get what I'm saying. But the glass meal prep containers that I ordered were all supposed to be, I ordered 2 packs of them and they were not cheap, all the same size. Just a singular bowl, rectangular, and oven-safe glass meal prep container. So whenever they came yesterday, they came early yesterday morning. We opened them last night, and I looked at the front of the box, and it had different size containers on it, and I was like, open one of these boxes and let me look. And it was different size containers. I was like, seriously, they sent me the wrong thing, which Charlie looked at it and said that it had the wrong label on it, but I had to send those back to Amazon, and so I ordered another one, and I think I'm getting 10 of these. My plan is to upgrade all of my meal prep containers to glass meal prep containers, just because we've been eating off the plastic for so long, and a lot of our plastic containers are, they're just getting kind of funky, and y'all know how the plastic does reheating, which we don't necessarily have an issue with it. I know some people are really picky about that, but at this point I need to replace all of my containers because they're nasty. And I'm like, as long as we have done these meal preps, and we will probably continue to do them, we just need to invest and get some really good glass ones that won't wear down or anything. The only problem with these is the lids are not the lids are not microwave safe, so we will have to cover them more. Like our other ones, we just kind of pop the lid up on the corner, maybe turn it to the side a little bit and do our heat up in the microwave. But these will be neat because we will be able to actually cook our meal in them. So with that being said, one of my meals is going to be this chicken pesto rice meal, I think. I'm debating on whether or not I want to just make something that we've eaten before in the past or look for another new meal. One thing that is very difficult is trying to find new meals But I have had more fun with it just because I've been trying a lot of easy one-pot meals, as y'all know, just to cut down on my cooking time and prep time on Sundays. So that's made meal prepping a whole lot easier. So I might do, because Sunday is Father's Day, we do have Pilates tomorrow at 12:30. What I'd like to do is get up and get ready. Charlie never gets up as early as I do. And so I kind of sit around and wait on him all morning on Sundays, and then I'll kind of tell him what he needs to prep as far as like chopping up stuff, and he'll do it, and then I'm getting ready, and then it's time to go to Pilates, and then I'm cooking in the afternoons. Last Sunday I was like, I should have just went ahead and got ready, because I woke up like at 6 o'clock in the morning and then sat there until he got up. He didn't get up until after 8:30. I can't sleep that late. I am an early riser. I guess just because I wake up at 4 o'clock every day. On the weekends, sleeping until 6 is like sleeping in. So anyway, I am here, and it is 7:30. It's probably going to be crowded in here with everybody getting here at the same time, and I really don't know where I'm going because, like I said, it is in Gold's Gym, actually, and I have not been to this Gold's Gym in many, many years. They've remodeled it, and the entrance is in the back, and it used to be in the front, and all of that good stuff. So let me get in here and get this done, and then I might run to Target. I just wanted to get some like pool toys for the kids, just to have some new stuff, but we shall see what we end up with. All right, I'll talk to y'all in a bit. Alrighty guys, I am back from my Weight Watchers meeting. It went well. I do have to lose 5 pounds and then go through like the maintenance for 6 weeks, so we will see how that goes. I think that it is attainable. I am going to have to try to, because I've kind of been eating at maintenance for quite a while, I'm going to really have to try to track and, you know, watch what I eat a little bit more, just to try to lose those few pounds. But then I have to maintain, you know, within the 2 pounds above or below. So anywho, the meeting was good. It took me a few minutes to get checked in. I should have gotten there earlier than what I did, but the lady was super helpful and I enjoyed it. Did I learn anything during the meeting? I did. What did we talk about? I guess it was like talking about welcoming back, or, you know, like if you come back from doing something like, say, going on vacation or whatever, and you were supposed to write down a few things that you're doing well, when things are great, and when things are clicking, which of course I put like meal prep weekly, tracking my food, and working out. Those are things, probably the 3 things, even though I've been bad about tracking, but that is my goal, is to get good at tracking again. There's Miss Luna. Luna, don't put your butt in the camera. And then it was like, you know, what would you do whenever you go off plan and then get back? And mine was to, you know, just get back on my plan, do my meal prep, track my food, try to work out as much as possible, all of that stuff. So it was a good meeting, and everybody in there, you know, was really discussing things. I was mostly quiet. I said a couple of things, but anywho, she went way over the time. It is now 9:30, and I think the kids are supposed to be here maybe around 11, and I still haven't even ordered the groceries, and some of them we need for lunch today because I've had the hardest time picking out my second meal. So I'm going to eat my breakfast real quick and sit down and try to get the groceries ordered. I'm probably not going to have time to like take a shower and get ready, but it's fine. I can just do it later. We're getting in the pool anyway. But I was just going to show you, Target was kind of a bust. I really went there to get, I wanted to look at like pool toys and then get the little granddaughter like a little snorkel and stuff. I had ordered both of them one. Hers didn't fit. I had to send it back. She is using an old one that Athena had, so it's all good. Somebody is in there eating, making noise. I think it's Sophie. But I did get me a bathing suit, even though the bathing suit top might be a little bit big. But I really like this kind of meshy material, so we'll see. I usually don't like a lot of the Target swimsuits. One thing I always want is a top that you can remove the straps, because y'all know I like to work on my tan. That way I do not get a tan line. And then I just got these bottoms in a medium, and then the top, it's actually like a double D, which normally I wear just a 36D. So we will see if it fits, but if it does, I'm gonna wear it today because it's cute and I think it'll be comfy. And I bought me another MTSU t-shirt because the one that I have is pretty old, and I noticed that it has a stain on it. I like to wear it like on the weekends and to Pilates and stuff like that. I don't know why. I went to MTSU, that's where I got my degree from, Middle Tennessee State University. And so I got me an upgraded MTSU t-shirt because they had this stuff there. The other one that I have, I'm not going to get rid of, even though it's got some kind of weird stain like on the back of it. I don't know if I wore it one time when we were painting or something. It almost looks like paint, but I can't get it out. It's fine. I really don't mind wearing it still. It's held up all these years. It's one I think that I bought at the MTSU bookstore, so I probably paid a lot of money for it back in the day. But anyway, and then I got my work friend a birthday card because Monday is her 60th birthday, and I have decorated her office and everything, and I got her some Lululemon aligned leggings, which they're still at work, and a t-shirt for her birthday gift, and I needed to pick her up a birthday card. But as far as like for the pool toys and snorkel and stuff like that for the kids, they didn't have anything really that was good. So anyway, it's fine. I'll just order some stuff on Amazon and maybe run into Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I was going to go into TJ Maxx. It's right beside Target, but they didn't open until 9:30. I wasn't going to wait like an extra 15 or 20 minutes until they open. I needed to get home. I need to get my groceries ordered and get this day going. So that's what we're going to do. Alrighty guys, so the kids are coming soon here in just a few minutes, but I did want to take a minute and talk about Nico because this past week has been, I want to say, one of the hardest weeks that I've had in a long time. And if y'all have been around here for any length of time, y'all know how much I love Nico, and I know how much that each of y'all loved him as well. Whether or not you were a cat lover, I think that everybody loved to see him in the videos and just his nosiness and, you know, how he loved all of the grocery hauls and everything like that. But, you know, we've had a tough time with Nico with the urinary problems and stuff, and the vet had put him on some new medications, as I discussed, I think, in just 2 videos ago. And he was doing well. He was supposed to go through like 2 weeks of being on like an antibiotic, an anti-inflammatory, and then this pain medication. And if he seemed to improve, then they were going to put him on this other new medication. So that's what we did. He started the new medication. He was only on it for maybe 4 or 5 days. He seemed to be doing well. I mean, he seemed perfect. Editing last week's video with him in it, which I'm still working on it because it's going to go up tomorrow, but I'm going to have to finish it up tonight. But it has been super hard for me to edit it this week. Every time that I log in and start working on it, there's Nico's sweet little face. He's in 2 or 3 different clips in the video. It's been very difficult for me to sit down and edit and really even know what to say because I don't know what happened to Nico. He was perfectly fine Sunday night. When I got up Monday morning, I found him and he had apparently passed away sometime during the night. It's hard for me to even say. So I hope that most of y'all are aware of that. For those of y'all that aren't, then I'm sorry. I guess this is the announcement that we did lose Nico this week unexpectedly and unexplainably. We don't know why or what happened. He was perfectly fine. I called the vet on Monday. That's Luna. I called the vet on Monday and he or she said that she did not think that it was the medication, that all of her cats that have the urinary issues are kind of on the same medication and nobody has had this happen. So I really don't have any answers. Somebody had asked me if I was going to pay to have an autopsy. I'm sorry, but I just don't have the money to pay for an autopsy. I mean, it already cost me $300 and something just to take him to the vet, and that was just this past time, not including the times before that he has went for this issue. plus his medication was like $80. It was already a lot of money. And then I had him cremated, and actually I have his ashes over here. I will show it to you. You know, that was another $320, and that was a cheaper place. My bet the place that they offered was going to be over $500. But anyway, it has been a rough week dealing with that, finding Nico that way, and I have no idea what happened. I hate it. I miss him. I miss his sweet little personality. I miss hearing his purrs. I miss him in my videos. And I don't think I've ever came on here and cried before, but it's gonna be hard. I'm sorry. I'm an ugly crier too. It's gonna be hard to, you know, just continue on filming my normal content without Nico popping up in the videos. And it's not like he spent a lot of time in the videos, but just seeing him in the grocery hauls and his nosiness, and, you know, he was just always up to something. I mean, even in the video that's going up tomorrow, he pops up there to check out the groceries. He's messing with the bags. Move, Luna. He's messing with the bags, and that's on the table behind me, and I just can't believe that he's gone. And I know that y'all will miss him as well, but just know that we love Nico and we did everything that we could for him. My thought is that there was something wrong with him and that we were not aware of. I mean, he's just a cat that we got from somebody back in 2020. One of my friends knew somebody that had these 2 kittens, and my daughter and I, we went and looked at them, and she got one and I got one. They were 2 brothers, and so she still has Sam. That is Nico's brother, and Sam has had a few different little issues as well, you know, so we both always kind of felt that they kind of had something wrong with them, but we weren't sure what it was. Anyway, so yes, little Nico is gone. And hey, will you hand me Nico's ashes? I was going to show it real quick. My battery's fixing to go, but here is Nico now. I did get his little thing engraved. Hopefully that will focus and you can read it okay. There we go. Nico Williams. So he would have been only 4 years old on his next birthday. And I have my dog in one of these, my dog Max, which he died like 10 years ago. And we will put Nico in there with him. They're in like a hutch thing that I have in my front living room. So anyway, just to say, I love Nico. I have no idea what happened. I really appreciated all of y'all's love and concern and comments. Anyway, thank y'all. All right, so moving into something a little bit happier to discuss, I did get my meal prep containers. Hopefully these are the correct ones from Amazon. These are sitting on the front porch, so Charlie just brought those to me, and I'm gonna open up the box and see if these are the glass meal prep containers that I need to be able to use in the oven for my 1 chicken pesto rice meal. The other meal I went ahead and decided on is basically, it's using chicken again. I try not to use chicken in both meals, although it's so easy, but this one was gonna be basically like a Crockpot pasta and chicken that I found. We'll see. I am gonna use either that box of 5 gourmet pasta that I have that I need to use up, or that soft pasta. You can use whatever pasta you want, but anywho, I will show y'all the groceries once they get here, hopefully. And I need to get this unboxed, and then I need to get back here and get the swimsuit on. The kids are going to be here in like 30 minutes, which means that it might be an hour because they're usually kind of running a little bit behind, but they want to go ahead and get in the pool before the little one needs to take her nap because she got up super early, and Mimi is running behind today. So let's see if these are the correct meal prep containers. Also, I did find it ironic that Maya and Luna are making so many appearances in today's video. As you can see, Maya over here, but she's chewing on the plastic from this Amazon bag. Maya is obsessed with chewing on plastic. So she would chew on shower curtains, she will chew on tape, anything like that. She'll chew like the peels off of, I mean not the peels, like the little stickers off of bananas and stuff like that. Back whenever I used to buy bananas, I was always having to go ahead and like take them off, or else she would sit there. She would eat them. But anyway, here she is. She does not like to be picked up. But here is Miss Maya. She's my big girl. She hates it. I know. You mad? Yep. She's mad. She'll get over it. Okay, so here are these glass meal prep containers. These are 36-ounce containers. Again, they are oven-proof, microwave-proof, dishwasher safe, all of that stuff, except the lids are not microwave safe, it says. So, yeah, so this is a box of 5, so I had to order 2 of them because y'all know that we always meal prep 6 meals. But that's okay because I figured, you know, if we break one, then we'll have extra, and if I decide to use them for something else. I do need some more because I want some with like the dividers, but I mean, these are like 30 bucks, I think, a box, and I bought 2 of them. So we're just going to slowly transition over. Okay, so these seem super nice. They have the little plastic lids that come off. And here we go. So this is the 36-ounce size. You can get these in like 22-ounce, 30-ounce. I went for the 36-ounce because y'all know that I like to make nice hearty portions. That's one reason that, or one way that I've always made meal prepping and trying to eat lower calorie, trying to eat lower points work for me, is really by bulking up with like 0 point foods, with the veggies and the lean proteins and stuff like that. So anyway, this looks like the perfect size. We will see how they work. And yeah, so I got 10 of them, and I got 10 of them with the gray on it. You can also get white, and then you could also get like a teal color. So I just went with the gray just to keep it neutral. And yeah, I will set these over here for Charlie to get washed up so that they will be ready to go for tomorrow's meal prep. So super excited to get the correct ones. I will link these in my Amazon store if y'all are interested. Again, I know that it is an investment, but if you're like me, and I mean, we meal prep for a long time, I do feel like it is worth it. As long as these, which, you know, it'll be exciting to make my meal tomorrow, and I'm literally gonna put everything in this and then bake it in this, and then it will be ready to go. Excited about that. Now, let's get ready for the kids and all of that stuff, and hopefully Publix, the Instacart people, have started shopping for my groceries. Normally, I already have my groceries by this time. Y'all, Sophie is like so excited. That is her over here making all this noise eating. Sophie, what you doing? Huh? Are you having a good time eating? She likes to get a piece of food, and then she brings it back in the floor, and then it's like she plays with it. She's not going to now that we're on camera, but you been a good girl? And Ozzy's always here. If y'all ever hear anybody huffing and puffing behind me in the background or little toenails, it's usually him. Yeah, are you a good boy? You need a haircut. They both need to go to the groomers. That's where their hair grows like weeds. Anywho, let's get ready. Okay, groceries are here, kids are here and everything, so we're just gonna do a really quick grocery haul. So I have my normal chicken breast, and then my boar's head turkey for my sandwiches, and my bacon. I did get 2 packs of the mozzarella cheese, and this is Charlie's sandwich. We got some provolone cheese for the burgers. Those are the smash burgers that I really like. My daughter said that she has some that's in a different colored box that are like a lot less calories. These are 300 calories for each one. On the weekends, I don't really track or whatever, but I may look for the lower calorie ones, which would be much lower points. But anyway, these are super good. But she said they like the ones that are like half the calories. So I'm going to check that out for the next time I buy some. Charlie and I both got some creamer. He uses half and half. I got my regular creamer. Let's see here for fruits this week. I got some watermelon, pineapple, cantaloupe. I did get the watermelon for the kids, but they brought some as well so that they would have it. For one of my meals, which I haven't even talked about yet, but I am going to make a pasta meal, and it's basically going to be chicken with the tomatoes. I'm going to use some of my low-calorie pasta in it. Anyway, I don't know exactly what it's called, but anyway, it's going to be a nice little pasta Italian-y dish. And then, of course, I am going to do the little pesto bowls. So I do have some of the Rayo's pesto to put in there. For today, we are grilling out since the kids are here. We're just going to do hamburgers and hot dogs. Got some buns here and then some santitas. We got some cheese dip, some more of this in case anybody wants any of that. I got some of my non-fat Greek yogurts as usual. Some Parmesan cheese. This will be for one of the recipes. I can't remember which one does call for maybe like half a cup or a cup of shredded Parmesan. This is some pretty good Parmesan cheese. It's just the Publix brand, but we'll use that. I got some peppers for one of the recipes. I got some onions. These are really just for my daughter and them to put on their burgers today, and then whatever's left over they will take home with them. Let's see here. I got a tomato for my sandwiches, and then I got some of these little cherry tomatoes. This is for my chicken pesto meal that I'm going to make. You slice up these little cherry tomatoes and put on top. I got my favorite Honeycrisp apples. Some green beans. This is also for the chicken pesto meal. I will just cut these up and put into each container and let those bake with it. And then some baby spinach and some of my Arnold sandwich thins. And then Charlie got some Pringles. I think he also got some Cokes and drinks and stuff that he's already put up in the fridge in the garage. So there is our grocery haul for the day. Now let's get this put away and enjoy the afternoon. Hey guys, so it is a few hours later. It is later in the afternoon. The kids are gone. I got a shower, got ready. Did not do any makeup or anything, but honestly, I'm exhausted. I have not had my Saturday nap, but I still have to finish editing my YouTube video, which I'm a little stressed over. But I definitely want to have it ready and get it up tomorrow. So I'm going to make a Ninja Creamy. I have one in the freezer. It's still the other half of the one that I think might have made me sick last weekend, but I'm going to go ahead and eat it. I'm just going to respin it and hope for the best. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and mix me up one because I still haven't made one using this vegan protein powder. Or vegan protein shake. I don't know if any of y'all have ever tried these. It's 170 calories. I haven't scanned it for points or anything to see what the points are on it. We'll see. I'm imagining it's probably like 3 or 4 points, but I'm just going to use this and like a tablespoon of the sugar-free Jell-O pudding mix and let that be that to mix up. I've got my little container here. We're just going to mix it up and put the Jell-O in it and then froth it. We'll see how much this... Okay, that's like the perfect amount. And then I don't have to use any milk or anything. So we're going to do 8 grams of Jell-O. My little scale here. Okay, and then we are just going to mix that up and pop that one in the freezer. And then I'm going to spin my other one and... Of course, I got a whole bunch of this all over the counter. I'm going to spin my other one and get busy editing, so I will see y'all in a bit. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. We are up and we are ready to try to get our meal prep done before we go to Pilates. It is almost 10:30 and our Pilates class is at 12:30. And I'm basically going to be able to finish most of it beforehand, and then I'll kind of finish up the rest of it. One of them is a crock pot meal. It's going to be basically chicken and pasta and some crushed tomatoes and stuff like that. So kind of an Italian-y kind of meal. I really don't know what to call it. So we're just going to call it chicken and pasta. And then I'm also going to try something different with those glass meal prep containers that I showed y'all yesterday that came in from Amazon. I'm going to make the meals in the containers and then bake those in the oven that way. So this will be something new, and this is basically going to be chicken rice with some pesto and yogurt and stuff in there. I don't know exactly how I'm going to season up my chicken. Obviously salt and pepper. I don't know. I don't want to overly season because I want to be able to taste the pesto, but you know, I need to decide what seasonings I'm going to put on there. If I'm going to do an Italian seasoning, maybe not, because the other meal's an Italian meal. Anywho, let me figure out my seasonings and then we're going to get started and get those together so that those can bake in the oven, because I think those need to bake for like 45 minutes. And then once we get those in, I'm going to go ahead and put everything in the crock pot, and then later on we will shred the chicken and add the pasta and stuff like that this afternoon. I'm also going to make some egg bites for myself instead of eating the Starbucks egg bites. I love those. They're delicious. And one of them is fairly low in points. One of them is higher in points. And I'm almost out of that one. And I will not be purchasing that one again because since I need to try to lose 5 pounds, I need to like hone it in. Like I've really kind of been eating at a good little maintenance level and my weight's pretty much held the same, I don't know, for a couple of months at this point. So I need to try to kickstart my body back into weight loss mode. So anyway, I'm gonna make my own. I'm either going to just bake it in a casserole dish and cut it up, or do the individual, do it in my muffin tin, so it will be easier. And those should turn out to be like 0 to 1 point or something like that each, depending on what I put in there. I think I'm gonna do some of my fat-free cottage cheese and blend that up. And then eggs. I have some spinach. I have some peppers I'm gonna saute. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to get everything together to get these little individual dishes made. This is the one that I'm most excited to try this week, just because I've never meal prepped this way, but I did find both of these recipes on TikTok. This one lady, she like meal preps all of her meals individually in these glass containers, and I mean, if it's good, if it turns out good, then that's going to be a game changer. So y'all may see a lot more of this in the future, because y'all know I love a one-pot meal for easy cleanup and just ease of making the meal, but this might be even easier. Literally, I'm going to place everything in the container, mix it up, put some stuff on top, and pop it in the oven. So, sounds easy. So let's see. Okay, so here are the ingredients for this chicken pesto bake, I guess is what I will call it. Here's my 6 meal prep containers. I may move them over to the counter to assemble, but I just wanted to set everything up here. What we're going to do is place probably what is a serving of rice? 1/4 of a cup. So we'll do 1/4 of a cup of rice in each one. And then we're going to do about 4 ounces of chicken. I had Charlie weigh this out. I think this is probably 2 good-sized chicken breasts that he has cut up. I was like, we need like 24 ounces so that we have basically 4 ounces per serving to put in there. We're also going to use some chicken broth in each one. And we're going to top it with some cherry tomatoes and some green beans and a little bit of fat-free mozzarella cheese. We're also going to put a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of pesto in each one. Same thing with the yogurt. And then the seasonings I decided on is salt and pepper, and then I'm going to do garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. And I think that is it. We're basically going to assemble all of those in here. I have my oven preheating to 375. Let's just see how this turns out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken up well and kind of mix it up good so that all of the pieces are evenly coated. So we're just going to go in with the salt and pepper. And y'all know I like to always say just season as much as you like to. Y'all know that we like a lot of seasonings. Honestly, in my opinion, that's the best way to be able to eat like bland food, or make it not bland. So garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. And then I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to kind of stir it up and coat the other side. Okay, so I've coated it all again. We're just going to give it a good mix, and I probably will weigh this out. I mean, chicken breast is 0 points on Weight Watchers, but I just want to make sure that we kind of get an even amount in each container. So we'll just do 4 ounces. If there's any extra or whatever, then we'll just divide it out. So I'm going to spray each one of the meal prep containers just so that it doesn't stick too bad. And then we're going to put the rice in the bottom. Okay, so for the rice, we are going to do 1/4 of a cup, which is about 50 grams of rice. And I'm just going to sprinkle that in the bottom of each one. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and place in our chicken. And I'm just going to take 4 ounces out of this and put into each one. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add in the pesto. I'm basically just going to do a good spoonful. This is 25 grams, and I think that looks like a good amount. I don't want to overdo it because I know this has the oil and stuff in it, so we will just do 25 grams in each one. Okay, so that's what we're looking like so far. We've got the rice, the chicken, the pesto. We're going to go ahead and add in a nice tablespoon of the non-fat Greek yogurt, which is 0 points. I'm not really going to measure this out. We'll see if I need 1 or 2 containers. Give it a good stir, and we're just going to plop this in there. So I'll probably definitely need 2. Okay, now we're going to go in with 100 milliliters of the chicken broth into each one, and then we're going to give it a little mix. Okay, so this is what our containers are looking like. I'm just going to mix everything up together, and then we're going to top it with the rest of our ingredients. Y'all, the pesto smells amazing. I don't know what it is about pesto that I love, but I do love it. Okay, so now we're going to top with our cherry tomatoes, which these are cut in half. And we're just probably gonna put like 3 or 4 tomatoes on each one, however many you want. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and go in with our green beans and put those on top, and then we will just top it with our mozzarella cheese and it will be ready to go in the oven. These are fresh green beans. We just got the ones that was already in the bag. Charlie just cut them up and trimmed off the ends. I have seen this recipe done with peas as well, like frozen peas, but I'm not a huge fan of peas, so I decided to use green beans. And you could probably use frozen green beans as well if you didn't want to use fresh, but I think this was just a little 12-ounce bag of fresh green beans. And I am going to just sprinkle a little bit more salt and pepper right on top of the green beans and the tomatoes. This is optional, you don't have to do this. And I am just gonna kind of press the green beans down into the liquid just so that they cook good. And we're gonna top it with our cheese. I'm just gonna do 1 serving, which is 28 grams of the fat-free mozzarella. You could use reduced fat, full fat, whatever you wanted to, but just to save on points, we're gonna use the fat-free. Okay, so I put my cheese in this bowl just so that it would be easier to measure out and try to get 28 grams easily for each one. Okay, these are ready to go in the oven. They are looking and smelling delicious. Again, like I said, for some reason I just love pesto. So we're gonna pop these in for about 45 minutes and hopefully they'll be nice and brown and bubbly and delicious. Then we are going to work on the Crockpot meal. Okay, so I am ready to do my Crockpot meal. I got my trusty crusty Ninja Crockpot over here. I am going to upgrade it, I think. A friend of mine at work got a Ninja Crockpot based on my recommendation, but she said hers cooks like so fast. She loves it, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade before this one breaks. Y'all know I love this baby. I've had it for well over 10 years and I will keep it. It will just be a backup. But anywho, regardless, we are going to make this chicken Parmesan pasta, whatever you want to call it. So we've got 2 chicken breasts here, 1 cup of chicken broth. We're going to use another one of my Chobani non-fat Greek yogurts, which now I only have 2 left. I told Charlie I think we're going to have to run by Publix once we get out of Pilates and pick up another one because I need at least 1 more container for the week. So we'll see. I can always do that later if we don't do it today. We're wanting to get in the pool, so we're trying to like get everything done this morning. I've got a 28-ounce can of the Hunt's crushed tomatoes with the basil. For seasonings, obviously I'm going to do salt and pepper, and then I have oregano, Italian seasoning, onion powder, paprika, and garlic powder there. This also calls for a cup of Parmesan cheese. I got this, it's new, and then I also still have some Parmesan cheese left here. I'm going to try to use this up, and then some baby spinach. And then once everything is done in the crock pot, we're going to basically put it all in, let the chicken cook for a few hours. I will shred it up later. Then we will come back in and add in our pasta, and I think I'm going to use this one, which is just the solved penne pasta. Again, this is much lower calorie, and it's 110 calories per serving, which I think comes out to maybe 2 points per serving, maybe 3. We'll see. This should probably end up to be like 5 to 6 points per serving, just guessing. That's just based on the cheese and the pasta. Everything else in there should be 0 points. So hopefully this will be a nice little filling meal. I will say that this pasta is super filling because this has 22 grams of fiber in it, and I was worried that it would upset my stomach when I ate it a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't. It was fine, and I think it also helps eating it for dinner or whatever, and then, you know, I went to bed nice and full every night. So let's get this thrown in the crock pot because Pilates is coming up and we're going to need to get out the door. So the first thing I've added in is the 28-ounce can of the crushed tomatoes with basil, and then I have a tablespoon of all of the seasonings here, a tablespoon of paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, Italian seasoning, and I guess that's it. And then I'm going to add in my cup of chicken broth, which I had exactly a cup left over from what I put in my other dish. So I love that. I'm going to add that in, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken breast. Well, I'm going to give it a little stir. I just use this measuring spoon. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken breast, which I have just put salt and pepper on them. You do want to press them down in there, make sure they get covered by the sauce. And this is all that we're going to do right now. We're going to let this cook for about 4 hours or so, and then come back and shred up the chicken, and then we will add in the rest of the ingredients, and then put the pasta in last and let it cook in here as well. So that is it for now. We will be back. All right, so we just pulled the chicken pesto rice bake out of the oven, and y'all, these are looking and smelling delicious. They're very hot. They baked right in these containers at 375 degrees, and I did them for exactly 45 minutes. So looks delicious. I'm gonna let them sit here and cool. It's about 10 till 12, so we need to leave in about 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna cover them with a towel, let them cool, and then we will put the tops on and put these in the fridge, and they will be ready to eat later. So super excited about this. This one was kind of fun. It's something different that I've done. All right, we are finally in the car. It is 12:17. Pilates is at 12:30. I'm gonna say hi, Charlie.
Hey guys.
It is Father's Day. Everybody say happy Father's Day to Charlie. We really celebrated yesterday. We grilled out, the kids came over and everything, and we had a good time, y'all. I was wiped out by the time that they left, and was so exhausted, and still had to finish editing my video. I basically got it edited and then was watching it back and fell asleep. I don't know what time it was, 5 o'clock maybe. After I slept till 9 p.m. That was my nap yesterday, and I finally forced myself to wake up, and Charlie's like looking at me. I was like, I know, I gotta get up, I gotta get this video together. And I basically just had to import it and all of that stuff, so it was fun, but I was wiped out. This week has been such a rough week, and on top of Nico and everything, I also hurt my back. So we haven't been to Pilates since Tuesday, and today is just a flow 1 class, which is good, and hopefully we stretch a lot and it kind of stretches my back. I don't know, every so often my back will just start hurting, my lower back, and I'm not sure if I hurt it in Pilates or what, but it's like even sleeping on it, waking up, it's just been hurting. I'm definitely feeling my age this week, but hopefully next week will be better. After next week, Charlie will be on vacation for 2 weeks, so he's gonna have lots to do. I'm gonna work on his little honey-do list, right? Well, now, and I didn't even tell y'all, but Charlie has a new truck, and maybe we'll show it to you whenever we get back, but the motor went out on his LR4, which used to be my vehicle. And then he had this old farm truck that I absolutely hated, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of both of these old vehicles. I know last weekend, in last week's vlog, we were looking at possibly a new car for me. I don't know what this car's doing. But we were possibly looking at a new car for me, and then decided against it and just decided to wait, thankfully, because now Charlie is the owner of a new 2024 Nissan. He works at Nissan. He's been there for well over 20 years. Do you like your new truck?
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
So I haven't even really looked at it yet. So once we get back, we might try to take a little video and let Charlie show you his new ride. So yeah, now that he's got his new truck, he's not going to have to spend several days. Normally what he does on his vacations, y'all, is he'll have some project on one of these old vehicles, and now he's not going to have any projects. He's got a new car. We'll look at that once we get back, and then I'm going to finish up meal prep. Basically, my plan this afternoon is to enjoy the pool. So once we get back home, we'll eat lunch, get into our swimsuits and stuff. I have the one meal completed. It's in the refrigerator now. I just have to shred the chicken and then add in the other stuff in the Crockpot meal. I'm probably going to let it cook for a good 4 hours, and then do that, plate that up, and then do my egg bake or egg bites, whichever one I decide to make. And I am debating on making, I didn't last weekend because my stomach was so upset. I did not make those little protein bread loaves, or whatever you want to call them, to like replace like a protein bar, because some days, some afternoons, I do want something to eat, maybe along with my apple, especially like on the days that we're going to Pilates at 6:30. I may make those later. We'll see. I'm just going to make like one little small batch. I kind of forgot about them last weekend because my stomach was so upset on Saturday, but I did eat the Ninja Creamy last night, and so far I feel okay today. And it's the same one that I had eaten last weekend, so maybe it was a fluke, maybe it was something combined with other things that I had eaten. I don't know, but I definitely do not feel like I did last weekend, the day after I ate that. So we'll see. I did mix up the new one with the vegan protein shake. I don't know if that's called OWYN or whatever it is, OWYN, I think. So we'll see later this week. I really don't eat a whole lot of those. I don't want to get in the habit of like wanting one every night. And most nights, by the time that we get home from Pilates, it's after 7:30, and then we're eating our dinner, and so it's like after 8 o'clock, and then I'm ready to go to bed like 9:30. So I don't even really have time most nights to eat a dessert like that. So it is fun on the weekends, or like yesterday after I got out of the pool. So we'll see. Today after we get out of the pool, I may want my other creamy or whatever. So Charlie mixed him up a new one last night too. Did you do vanilla?
Chocolate.
Oh, you did chocolate. Oh, that's right. Because did you label them?
Yeah.
Okay. I had him put a label on them. Or I told him just put a Post-it as so we would know which one was which, because I did chocolate, and I haven't done chocolate yet because I've just been doing that mint, and I guess the other one I did, I can't remember what the first one I did was, peanut butter. And anyway, I'm like, we're not going to be able to tell them apart if they get mixed up. So he did label them last night. So we both have a chocolate one, and then I have like some caramel chips to put in mine, and then also chocolate chips if I want, but I got some of the Lily's caramel chips, and I think Charlie has some butterscotch chips for his. So anyway, it is fun making the creamies. Do you like the creamy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Even though you don't really eat like protein powder and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's put sugar in that.
Charlie's all for the full fat, full sugar. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. It is 12:23. We need to get to Pilates. We might not even be able to sit beside each other today. We'll see. Normally we're there before the other class lets out at 12:20. So we need to get in there as soon as I get up here. It's only like 5 minutes from our house, which is super nice. But we need to get in and secure our place. I need to get my socks on. All of that stuff, but we will see you back at the house once I'm ready to finish putting together the rest of the Crockpot meal. Okay guys, so I am ready to make my egg bites. I am going to just make them in the muffin tins. Hopefully I will end up with like 12 of them, and then I can have 2 each day. I'm probably going to use about a dozen eggs. I am going to blend up a cup of the Fat Free cottage cheese and mix that in there as well, and then I have 3 bell peppers diced. I am going to go ahead and saute those in the skillet because I think that they will taste better in the eggs, and then I may add some egg whites as well. I'm going to go ahead and get my peppers going. This will be pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You could add whatever veggies that you wanted to in there. I'll probably put a little bit of almond milk in as well, and then we'll see if I want to add in some egg whites also, just to bulk it up a little bit. I'm going to start out with 12 eggs, and those will be 0. Egg whites will be 0. The peppers will be 0 points. And I'm not sure if a cup of the fat-free cottage cheese divided by 6 servings would add any points or not. We'll see once I put it in my recipe builder. But this should be almost 0 or 1 point per serving is my guesstimation. So I want to try to get this done because we're ready to eat lunch. These will probably take about 30 to 45 minutes to cook in the oven for the eggs to get completely done. So I'm wanting to get those in so that we can heat up leftover burgers from yesterday and then enjoy the pool. Alrighty, so I have my peppers sauteing in here, and then I decided to put a couple of handfuls of the spinach in here as well. I don't want a whole lot of spinach. And then the rest of that bag I can use in my Crockpot meal. So just going to let this finish cooking a bit. I just feel like it makes the veggies taste so much better to go ahead and saute them instead of just putting them in raw. But you could totally just put them into the mixture raw. I have my eggs in here. I'm just going to blend up my cottage cheese. I'm just going to do 1 cup in my little Magic Bullet blender real quick and get that in there, and then we will see if we need to add any egg whites or not. I might put some in, maybe like a cup of egg whites. Okay, there's the blended up cottage cheese. I've never used this until I did a recipe, a vlog or 2 ago, and I actually really like it. It's a little different, but I like it blended up in things, and I don't know, it just adds a lot of protein, so we're over here trying to get as much protein as we can. But I'm going to put that in, and my veggies are ready. I'm going to just put my veggies in here and mix it all up, and then just distribute it into the muffin cups evenly. Hopefully this comes out to about 12. If we have to make a few more, then we will. And we'll go ahead and add in some egg whites. I'm not going to measure it exactly, but about a cup or so. And we're going to go ahead and put in our veggies. Again, you could just put these on the bottom of each cup if you wanted to, but I'm just going to mix them right in. And this is what our mixture is looking like, and it seems nice and thick and creamy with that blended cottage cheese in there. So I think these are going to be good. I'm going to add some salt and pepper too. I didn't even think about seasonings, which is totally unlike me. So we're going to salt and pepper it up, and then we're going to divide it out. Okay, so I have my muffin tin here. I actually went ahead and got both of them out because this seems like a lot. I think it's going to make more than 12. Charlie's not mad about it. I told him he could have some for breakfast if he wanted them this week. But we are going to just ladle into our muffin tin. I don't know if I should fill it all the way up. It's been forever since I've made anything like this. We're just going to fill it up. Hopefully they don't puff up too much. I think they'll go back down if they do. Okay, so we have them ready to go in. I just got 4 extra, so I got a total of 16. Charlie is heating up our lunch. He's hungry. We're going to eat real quick and get ready to get in the pool. It's like 100 degrees outside, so it is super hot out there, and I think the kids are coming back again, so we'll just enjoy the pool this afternoon and then finish up our crock pot meal later. Okay, so I just pulled the eggs out of the oven. I only left them in for 30 minutes, and I think that they're done. They really puffed up, but I do think that they're going to go down. This one kind of ran over the edge a little bit, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. But I'm just going to let these cool and then take them out. I'm just going to put them in one big Tupperware container to keep in the fridge this week, and then I can just heat me up 2 of them before I go to work. Alrighty guys, we are taking a break from the pool. The kids actually ended up coming over again today, which Charlie and I floated for probably about an hour before they got here, maybe not that long. Now they are here, but I had to come in and check on the crockpot meal. It is time to add in the rest of the ingredients and finish this meal up, so that's what I'm going to do, and swap out some laundry. It's been great having 2 beautiful sunny super hot days in the pool this weekend. This is the first weekend that I feel like we have really got to enjoy it, but anyway, I still have work to do, so let's set up and get the rest of the stuff in here. Okay, so we are ready to add in our Greek yogurt, our cup of Parmesan cheese, and our spinach, and I've already shredded up the chicken. I just shredded it up while it was still in here. I hope that the pasta cooks okay, because I feel like this is quite a bit of pasta in this bag, so we'll see if I use all of that, but I am a little worried that there's not going to be enough liquid to cook the pasta, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make it work. We may have to add a little something to it. I'm going to set the camera down and put in the yogurt and everything, and then we'll stir it up and see how it's looking. Alright, so we have our Greek yogurt and our Parmesan cheese in here. This will give it a nice creaminess, and then we're going to probably just use all of the spinach just to use it up. I used part of it in my egg bites, but yeah, I'm kind of feeling like I may need to add another can of chicken broth in here to fully cook my noodles. We'll see, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the spinach in, and then probably let this cook for about 10 minutes or so while I swap out my laundry, and then we'll come back and add in the pasta. So I'm going to put this in, mix it up, and then we'll be back. Alright, we are back, and we have added in the pasta, and I did decide to go ahead and add in another can of chicken broth just to give it some liquid to cook the pasta. We'll see how long this has to stay in here, probably another, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes or so for the pasta to soften up, and then it will be ready to plate up. So we will be back. It's hard to hold the camera still and stir at the same time. So I'll be back. We'll get it plated up, and hopefully this will turn out delicious. I've not added any more seasonings or anything back. Once the pasta softens up, I'll probably do a taste test if I feel like it needs more salt and pepper or any of the other seasonings that we use, the oregano, the Italian seasoning, any of it, then I will just season to taste. And then we will still have some Parmesan cheese left over to top it with this week if we want to. So yeah, this smells delicious. It's like chicken Parmesan, to be honest. So smells really good. Alrighty, we are back. I think that our pasta is done. I don't want it to get too soft, so it is looking pretty good. I'm gonna do like a little taste test. Hopefully it doesn't burn my mouth. Let's see. And while this is cooling a little bit, I did start to create the recipe to see what the points are, and I think it's gonna be 7 points per serving, so not too bad. With pasta and cheese in it, I think those are the only two things that's gonna count the points, but pretty good. Maybe I need to let the pasta cook for just a few more minutes. I like it al dente, but we're gonna let it go 5 more minutes and I'm gonna plate it up. Okay, so I have this, I'm gonna call it chicken pasta crock pot meal or whatever. Anyway, I have it all plated up. It is ready to go in the fridge, and that is going to probably complete meal prep for the day. I'm gonna get this put away and close out this video.